Princess Elowen had everything: a golden palace, sparkling gowns, and servants who bowed wherever she walked. But there was one thing she did not have: patience. And patience, as it turned out, was exactly what she would need. Because on the very night Princess Elowen lost her most precious treasure, she made a promise to a frog, a promise that would change her life forever. Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by silver rivers and whispering forests, there lived Princess Elowen. She was clever, hard-working, and dreamed of ruling wisely one day. But she also believed one thing very strongly: promises are easy to make and easier to forget. Every day, Elowen studied books, practiced royal manners, and helped her father, the king. At the end of each busy day, she loved to walk alone in the palace garden, carrying her most treasured possession, a golden crystal ball that shimmered like sunlight trapped in glass. She would toss it into the air and catch it again, laughing as it sparkled. Until one evening, she didn't catch it. The ball slipped from her fingers, bounced once, and plunged straight into the deep, dark well at the center of the garden. "Oh no!" Elowen cried, peering into the well. It was far too deep to reach. Her eyes filled with tears. "My ball! I'll never see it again." That was when she heard a tiny voice. "Why are you crying, Princess?" Elowen sniffed.
You can get my ball?
"Yes," said the frog.
Yes,
"But in return, you must promise that I may be your friend. I will eat at your table, sit beside you, and stay in your palace." Elowen stared at him in shock.
A frog?
A frog?
In the palace?
In the palace? She almost laughed, but then she remembered her precious ball, resting somewhere deep in the well. Yes, she said quickly. "I promise. Just bring it back." The frog nodded and leapt into the well. Splash! Moments later, he emerged, holding the golden crystal ball between his webbed hands. Elowen squealed with joy, grabbed her ball, and without another word, ran straight back to the palace, leaving the frog alone by the well. She had already forgotten her promise. The next day, during a grand royal dinner, there came a loud knock. Knock, knock, knock. The doors opened, and in hopped the green frog.
Good evening.
"Good evening," he said politely. "I have come for my promise." The entire hall fell silent. "A frog? Talking?" whispered the guests. Princess Elowen's face turned red. "You cannot be here," she hissed. The king stood up. "Daughter, did you make a promise?"
Did you make a promise?
Elowen hesitated, then nodded. "A promise," said the king firmly,
must
always be kept. And so, the frog was given a small golden plate at the table. Elowen was disgusted. She pushed her chair away and crossed her arms. But the frog only smiled.
Thank you for
keeping your word, even when it is hard. Day after day, the frog remained in the palace. He followed Elowen to lessons, listened quietly as she studied, and never complained, even when others laughed at him. One afternoon, Elowen finally snapped. "Why are you always so calm?" she asked. "Aren't you angry that I left you at the well?" The frog replied gently, "Anger makes the heart heavy. Patience makes it strong." That night, Elowen thought about his words. For the first time, she began to notice how kind the frog was. He thanked servants, encouraged guards, and listened more than he spoke. Slowly, Elowen's heart softened. One evening, under a glowing full moon, the frog spoke again. "Princess," he said, "there is something you must know." Long ago, he explained, he had been a young prince, cursed by a selfish sorcerer for refusing to help someone in need. Only a true promise, kept with kindness, not fear, could break the spell. Elowen's eyes widened. "I was selfish," she whispered. "I only cared about my ball, Not about you. She knelt beside him. I am truly sorry. And for the first time, she meant it. She gently kissed the frog's head, not out of magic, but out of respect. A bright light filled the garden. Where the frog had been, now stood a young prince, smiling warmly. You kept your promise at last, he said, with patience and kindness. The kingdom rejoiced. Bells rang, music played, and Princess Elowen laughed with happiness, not because of magic, but because her heart had changed. Princess Elowen grew into a wise queen, known throughout the land as Elowen the Faithful. She taught her people one simple truth. A promise is not measured by words, but by how we keep it. And if you ever walk by an old well under the moonlight, some say you can still hear a soft voice whispering, "Patience makes the heart strong." The end.